Oh shit, that's fast. Bells. I think this accelerates as fast, if not faster, than my GS.
Apologies, we had a few mic issues on this day, so I'll do a voiceover. As you can see, we're at Laguna Motorcycles in Ashford in Kent. Well worth a visit, brilliant showroom, loads of kit, loads of motorcycles, and the staff are excellent. And this is going to be Darrell's going to take us through the controls on the 3 Voge motorcycles that we tested.
So controls on the Road 300 are as basic as it gets. You've got your high beam on the switch, your low beam there, and then you've got your flasher, which will be your high beam as well. Indicators left and right, don't self-cancel. Horn bottom left, and your ABS button, which will turn off ABS on the rear wheel.
Okay.
And right hand side.
Or the flies. Do that
yes,
on the go?
Yep.
That's it.
Right hand side, just kill switch and starter. We have got the Euro 5 Scorpion exhaust on here.
I saw that.
We have taken the baffle out, so it's quite loud. So 800 controls are completely different.
Excellent.
So on the right hand side, at the top you've got your ABS button.
Yep.
Again, turn off ABS on the rear wheel. So you can lock up the rear if you want to as well. That's your mode button, which I'll show you on the dash, because it will change the dash as well.
Lovely.
So that's your normal mode. Pop it in, go to sport mode. It will change the throttle response, power, and your traction control as well. So if you pop it in sport mode, it rides a little bit nicer.
Yep.
But there's a little less rider aids and stuff, so a little less interference.
Yep.
You've also got your kill switch and starter, which is one button. So kill switch in the up position, then you've got your neutral position, and then also gear actually. Starter. And that there is your fogs as well, which will be a toggle switch. It won't tell you on the dash if they're on.
No.
So just remember if they're
Yep.
on or off. Before you get on it.
Yeah.
Have also got a rotary steering damper as well.
Yep.
Which you can adjust on the go.
Yep.
Which is quite nice. On the left hand side, it's like a KTM switchgear. It's pretty similar. For your lights, you pull the flasher in for your flash, and you push the flasher out for your full beam. Have also got heated grips and heated seat on here as well.
Lovely.
On your left hand side button's your heated grip. On the right hand side is your heated seat. And then if you want to go into the settings to change any traction control, right hand side, and then you've got your TPMS there as well. You can connect it up to your phone for your dash, your music and everything as well.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
So yeah, up and down quick shifter, pretty much full tank as well. Mode button again, top right. You've got rain, road and sport. You can do it on the go, but you have to close the throttle and then it will change mode.
Yeah, okay.
And then for your cruise control, bung that to the left, and it will shoot pop up on the dash in green. It's not active just yet. Once you hit the speed you want to hit, pull that switch down and it will set the speed. Any intervention with the throttle, front or rear brake will turn it off. And then if you want to go back up to the speed you're at, which will pop up next to it, push that forward, and it will zoom the speed and you can fine tune it as well. But the controls are the same. Your presence there.
Cheers.
Perfect. Thank you, Darrell.
Of course.
We'll see you later on. Bye-bye.
Right.
That was Darrell.
Say hello, Andy.
That's Andy.
Hello. Say hello, Rob.
That's Rob. And that's Laguna Motorcycles in Ashford. As I say, really worth a visit. Get yourself down there. Can't get any friendlier from the staff. They organised these 3 bikes for us for the day at very little notice, so we're very, very grateful to them. As I said in the recording earlier, did have some mic issues this day. Rob's mic worked initially, he's got quite a few working. Mine didn't work till the end of the day, which was of no use to anyone. And the Cardo recording also was a bit hit and miss. As you can see here, I was trying to get the Cardo started. It did a few bits, it didn't do a few bits, so I just didn't put it in the video in the end. And just thought we'd do a voiceover instead. It's a lot easier sometimes to do it anyway.
Oh, this sounds so nice.
As you can hear in the video here, I think we all really like the sound of the 800 Rally, which is what I'm on.
Rob didn't listen.
Yeah, Rob didn't listen. No, he just didn't press the button, I think, for the keyless ignition, that was all. So I'm out on the DS900X Rally. Gotta say, my favourite of the day. Andy, just out in front there on the Voge 300 Rally, and it did have the Euro 5 exhaust on it without a buckle, so that's quite a loud bike. Although, actually, once we got on it and riding, he absolutely loved the thing. Phenomenal little bike, I've got to say. And then Rob is following behind currently on the DS900X. I'm on the
Just
DS800X
drop it
Rally.
back a little bit, just so I can accelerate and see what these go like. Whoa, shit, that's fast.
As you can tell, he's impressed.
Fucking hell's bells. I think this accelerates as fast, if not faster, than my GS.
Yeah, he was quite impressed with that. He did fine throughout the day. I think he found
Well,
that
that's impressive for a start.
it was impressive, but he did find that the gearbox was a bit temperamental for him. Maybe he's used to a GS gearbox and it wasn't quite the same, but he was very impressed with the engine and the acceleration. Andy, again, this little 300 Rally, bit of a revelation really. I think its engine was ridiculous for such a small bike. It was just pulled right the way through the rev range, and he could just hold a high gear in it. And for me, I've got to say, the 800 Rally, I would really quite happily go out and buy one of those as a road bike, doing the odd trail on. Very, very impressive bike, and it just suited me straight away. I think we saw a lot of cyclists today as well. Very, very busy Saturday. Again, massively lucky with the weather, and the most helpful staff at Lagunas that you could ever wish for. So we're very, very grateful to
Really
them.
impressive for acceleration.
There you go, as you can hear, Rob's mic was working quite well this day. I think it worked all the morning, but not in the afternoon. And mine worked all afternoon and not in the morning, which was no use to anyone. So there might be a bit of wind noise, and apologies for that. We just did about 10-15 minute trek out towards sort of Tenterden. And if you know the area, you'll recognise these roads. Really nice combination of fast flowing, small nadgery, potholes, etc. to give a really good review of these bikes. And all three of us thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Absolutely loved riding these bikes. We were given a really good long test ride on them, and I think we all had a really good understanding of what each bike was doing by the end of it.
Adjustable seat height.
I think he discovered it didn't have an adjustable seat height, and he's only got short legs, so it was a bit tall for him. He's currently looking for a replacement or an upgrade or a change for his R1200 GS. That was the purpose of this test ride. And he's looking at a 390 Adventure.
Later.
He did have a look, and
It
it wasn't
feels
adjustable.
quite light and very nimble. But the front end definitely feels a lot lighter than a GS. A lot lighter.
Yeah, as we discovered, we're only 10-15 minutes into the ride at this point. We rode all the way down to Rye in the end. Had a really good ride out, all the way back again. No off-road. Obviously these are demo bikes, we're not just going to take them off-road. Would be nice to get one, especially this DS800 and the Rally 300. They would be really nice to test off-road, I think. But for this one, on road as much as you can pull
Fucking
UK
2,000
roads.
RPM, so it's not surprising really. But as soon as it gets to 3 and above, it's really, really smooth.
Again, Rob here's used to a boxer engine.
Bloody quick acceleration.
He very much enjoyed the acceleration. And I think we all three of us found the fit and finish on these Vogues were really, really nice. You definitely don't feel like you're sitting on a cheap bike when you consider the price of these things. They do represent very good value for money. Ours was only as I say, about a 6-hour ride. A really decent test ride, but certainly can't comment on longevity of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I do remember very well. And I remember thinking the 1250 felt a little bit better than the 1300.
That was Rob. We were discussing whether 1250 or 1300 GS was sort of the more nimble machine, and I think we both preferred the 1250 GS to the 1300. We were comparing it to the 900 that he was sitting on. I personally felt the DS900X Rally felt very much like an F900 GS NRA type thing. I'm sure that must be what they're aiming it at. And the 300 Rally, obviously direct competitor for the Honda CRF Rally 300. Just a lot cheap.
And the rest.
Rob agreeing with you there. Yeah, and everywhere that we went, these things.
This is 8.5, but you can get the full luggage with it, and it comes to 9.2.
There you go, got the prices from Rob on the move there. I think everyone would have to agree these things are incredible value for money. Whether you agree with Chinese bikes or not, I think it's irrelevant these days. If you've got X amount of money and you want to spend it and you want a new bike, you're going to buy one of these. If you want to buy a GS, you're going to buy a GS, that's all there is to it. All I can say is from our day on these things, very, very impressed. Apart from Rob, a little bit of an issue with the quick shifter gearbox.
They might slow down a bit. Oh yeah, I know. It wouldn't bother me in the slightest.
Let him finish there, whatever he's talking about.
I buy them because I like to ride them.
Oh yeah. So apart from Rob's, he did have an issue with his gearbox. I'm sure he'll have his Grumpy Git Rides video will be out shortly, I expect, when I give him the card back. And he'll go through that, and we'll do another couple of parts of this one because there's plenty more footage. But as an initial ride, great in the saddle for me on the DS900X Rally.
Power band, bloody hell! I'm mightily impressed with the power of this.
There you go. Rob's mightily impressed. For me, the 800 Rally, absolutely dream bike for me. Sit on straight away, felt perfect. And again, I'll have a look at part 2 of this shortly, and maybe even a part 3, I'm not sure yet. But thanks for joining us on this very short test ride, and thanks to Laguna Motorcycles in Ashford.